Good morning, everybody. Subby here at the Weather Center. Thought we would do a quick little live session this morning. We'll give another minute or two, let everybody jump into stream that wants to get in here. As we start this Monday morning, another week is starting. Oh my. It's almost November, everybody. November. We need to ask Zach Pribble's wife how many days left before Christmas. Because she will definitely know how many more days before Christmas. I'm trying to get some coffee in me this morning. If you're on the stream, just throw a message up there. Let me know you are here in the stream, and we will get going. This entire video will be posted in its entirety on all of our social media platforms. We are going to be talking about the potential for some rain and thunderstorms coming in this week, as well as very windy conditions. And then, of course, we have our next big storm system coming in next week for near Election Day. So that could really throw a wrinkle or two in there for Election Day. But and we have several little chances of rainfall between now and then. So I think this is going to really help out our drought conditions that we are seeing here in West Central Missouri. Matter of fact, our county in Henry, as well as the rest of West Central Missouri, kind of in that bullseye for 3 to 6 inches of rainfall plus through the 9th of November. So that is extremely good news for the duck hunters trying to get their ponds filled up, the ranchers who's trying to get their cow ponds filled up, and of course, getting the farmers get some moisture in the ground for winter wheat. So, very good news. We're finally starting to snap out of this pattern that we've been in now for the last almost 6 weeks. So, I was starting to notice some of the changes on the upper level air maps here about 2 weeks ago. Started to see that big change, and the LRC is seeing that change as well. The Lezac reoccurring cycle, and the crazy thing about it, here a couple weeks ago, that was about the start of the new cycle of the LRC. So every year is unique. So it's pretty neat to kind of see this come together as we witness some major changes in our forecast. So this is some new software that you are looking at right now. This is called Wind Alert. This gives us live wind conditions 24/7, 365 from different reporting stations around our area. So as you can see, anywhere between say 6-7 miles per hour up to around 15 miles per hour is what we have going out the door this morning. Now those will definitely begin to be on an upswing as we go into this afternoon. We're going to be expecting wind gusts up to about 35 miles per hour. So that will definitely move around some lawn furniture, whatnot that you have still on your front porch. So kind of keep that in mind. Now, tomorrow, those winds are going to be increasing to upwards toward 50 miles per hour. Now, remember, these are non-thunderstorm winds. These are regular straight line winds associated with this big low pressure system that's going to be coming across West Central Missouri on Wednesday, and that will spark up some rain and thunderstorms likely in our area. But those winds ahead of it are going to be very strong, up to 50 miles per hour tomorrow. So absolutely no burning. So and that's going to be a gimme. As dry as what we've been with 35 to 50 mile per hour winds is not a good combination. So no burning outdoors, please, over the next couple of days. I do know there are some burn bans that are going up across the state right now, out ahead of these winds coming in tomorrow. So, but regardless, it's just not a good idea to be doing any outdoor burning. So let's take a look at the 500 millibar chart as we go into tomorrow night and Wednesday. So what's going to be happening, we're going to have this low pressure system, as you're seeing here on your screen. Now, that is a negatively tilted powerhouse low pressure system. When it means negative tilt, it means that you can kind of see a little bit of a tilt going from northeast to southwest on that trough, on where it dips down into. And typically those type of storm systems create more lift, and they're more associated with your stronger storm systems. So we will have that going on for us on Tuesday and Wednesday, and all of those pinks and the reds, those are very strong winds up above our heads at 18,000 feet. And the closer those solid lines, those are called isobars, that rotate around that low pressure system, the closer they are together, the windier the conditions at the surface. So obviously, they are very close together, meaning that we are going to have some very strong winds out ahead of this. And where you see this shaded circle is where I'm expecting thunderstorms to erupt across southern Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, down into Oklahoma. Now, some of these thunderstorms are likely going to be strong to severe. Now, our biggest threats are definitely going to be strong straight line winds and large hail. However, the tornado threat is going to be there over throughout the day on Wednesday. So it's not going to be extremely high, but we are not going to be able to rule out a tornado with any of these cells, this line of storms that's going to be coming through. Now, rainfall potential, we're looking at possibly anywhere between a half inch to 2.5 inches of rainfall with this particular storm system. So definitely something that I'll be keeping a very close eye on. And here over the next 24 hours with constant updates on the potential to see any severe weather here in west central Missouri. Now, we're going to have another storm system that is going to be affecting us over the weekend. Now, I'm not necessarily expecting those to be severe. Okay, so I am expecting to see some it's expecting to see some of I should say some more widespread rains over the weekend. Right now, Halloween looks fine, guys. So if you have kiddos that are wanting to go trick or treating on Thursday, I don't see that being an issue. I think we should remain dry between 4 and 9, 10 o'clock in the evening on Thursday. But on Friday through the weekend, we have another disturbance coming through. I don't expect to see any severe weather, just likely some showers and thunder showers. Now, as we head to the 4th and to the 5th, and remember, the 5th is election day, we have another big powerhouse system that is going to be coming across the Midwest that right now is looking like it could produce a severe weather outbreak across the Midwest, maybe into west central Missouri. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. So again, you notice this is Monday and Tuesday. This is November 4th and 5th for election day. We have another powerhouse system that is going to be parking itself right over western Nebraska, western Kansas, and it's really going to blow up the Midwest with thunderstorms We got some very strong upper level winds that is going to be associated with this. Very windy conditions again at the surface, even out ahead of this thing. And then, of course, we will have the potential to see some strong storms here in west central Missouri, and a possibility of seeing maybe numerous strong storms here in west central Missouri. But remember, this is a full week out, so we still have plenty of time for that to change. But I guess the good news is the rain will likely be here regardless. Okay, so it's just that threat for severe storms on the 5th is a little bit in question. It can change, obviously, just a shift of 100 miles of that low pressure system, and we could just be in the rain zone and not so much on the severe weather aspect of it. But right now, let's just concentrate on Wednesday. That is going to be a weather aware day here at Storm Track Weather Center. So we want to make sure that everybody is aware that we could see some strong storms on Wednesday. This thing will likely shift just a little bit, and I'm already seeing just a small shift to the south. I'm still incorporating most of west central Missouri in those strong storms, but just kind of give you guys a heads up. Even though we're only 24 hours away from this thing, well, about 36 hours away, things can still change just a little bit. Let's jump over to the Storm Prediction Center, and we will take a look. They have already jumped out, and this is very, very unique for the Storm Prediction Center, mainly because, especially this time of year, they normally don't put out a day 3, a day 4, a day 5 severe threat index unless there is the possibility of all the ingredients coming together out ahead of time and pretty good certainty, because that's how they get themselves in a lot of trouble is putting out 4 or 5 days out ahead, maybe a week ahead of severe storms, and they know things can change very easily. But this is coming together rather nicely for the potential to see some strong storms. So yesterday, the Storm Prediction Center came out with a day 4 risk assessment that included west central Missouri. And here we are on day 3, which that would be Wednesday, and they've got all of west central Missouri already under a 15% slight risk to see the threat for severe thunderstorms. So something we're definitely going to have to be paying very close attention to. This will be updating here in about an hour and a half. So I will be updating via all of our social media platforms on what the storm prediction is saying, what I'm seeing with the data. So again, we just need to be weather aware for Wednesday. And of course, I'll be here at the Weather Center live streaming when we have any threat of severe weather here in west central Missouri. That is what we do, and what I love to do is to go live and keep you guys up to date of all the latest information that I can gather from the National Weather Service and what we're seeing on radar. So, a couple key points to remember. Today, we're going to be under sunshine. It's going to really warm up today, guys. We're looking at highs in the upper 80s, 87, 88 degrees, almost summertime. Those winds are going to be picking up this afternoon, 35-mile-an-hour gusts. Tomorrow, we can see some non-thunderstorm winds up to 50 miles per hour tomorrow here in west central Missouri. So definitely keep that in mind if you have anything outside, trampolines, lawn furniture, anything of that sort. Please keep in mind that the winds are going to be really windy tomorrow. And those with migraines, I mentioned this yesterday in a post on Facebook. But those with migraines, arthritis, joint pain, just generalized aches and pains of the body, be proactive. These two systems that are coming in, the first one starting coming in today, the next one will be coming in on Sunday. These are associated with such low pressure that we're really going to feel it in our bodies. So make sure you're proactive. Make sure you take your prescriptions or your over-the-counter medicine, Tylenol, so on and so forth, out ahead of this thing, because you're going to feel it with these two storm systems coming in. They're going to be associated with very low pressure system. And the reason why this affects us, just kind of a brief explanation, is the fact that we live in a state of equilibrium. Pressure, nature wants pressure to be equal all the way around. Now, high pressure will always try to even out low pressure. Okay, so if you take two glass bottles, one has low pressure and one has high pressure, it will constantly try to even itself out by position itself into the low pressure, forcing itself onto itself. So when we get these extreme low pressures, extreme high pressure systems that move across the United States, then in this case it's low pressure. So our body is exerting extra pressure outward to try to match what the outside air pressure is, and that takes a toll on our body, creates migraines, joint pain, arthritis flare-ups, the whole 9 yards. So it's kind of similar when you go up in an airplane and you hear your ears pop. That's because of the difference of pressure. Okay, so it's the pressure in your body trying to get out to equalize things, and it makes your eardrums pop. Okay, same principle, except this thing's affecting our whole body. So make sure you guys are taking your proactive steps to help cope here over the next 3 days as this low pressure system comes across west central Missouri. Awfully quiet on chat this morning. I know it's early. I went ahead and got my forecast ready to go early this morning. Took a look at all the latest information that was coming out this morning. So I thought I'd take a few minutes and go live, answer any questions, kind of go over our threat to see some severe weather on Wednesday. And again, something we want to keep in the back of our mind is right around Election Day. We need to be keeping a not only a close eye on the election, but also a close eye on weather conditions here in west central Missouri. And I will stay live here for a few minutes in case anybody wants to jump on, have a question, something like that. I'm going to take a look at a couple of pieces of information here. Temperatures are expected to be very mild. Obviously, for today and tomorrow, we're going to have highs in the upper 80s, almost summer-like, over the next couple days, and Wednesday as well, until this front moves through. Take a look at short-term models here over the next 48 hours. We go into Tuesday. This goes through, looks like late Tuesday. Hi, Kylie. Well, we just went over all that. I'll jump over here in just a second. We'll take another look at that. We're going to take a look at the 500 millibar. This is 18,000 feet above our heads. This tells us where these storm systems are going to go and how strong they are. This is this big powerhouse trough, this low pressure system. This is going to be troublemaker number one for Wednesday, and really look like it's really shaping up there. Right around time frame on this, maybe even starting to look like late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. So it has sped up just a little bit. Not really. That's Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. So Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. That's when we will likely start to see probably some showers and thunder showers still coming in. So it's still right on the same time frame right now. I thought maybe that was showing it's going to be a little bit earlier, but it's not. Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, and then we go into the weekend, and then we have a couple little disturbances out here that will provide some more rainfall over the weekend. Likely no severe weather on Saturday and Sunday, but then as we go into Monday and Tuesday, there's problem child number two. Now this thing, look how far this thing digs down. This is a massive low pressure system, a massive trough. And I am just a little bit concerned with this one because this thing has got some major power associated with this thing that can really be a focus for a severe storm outbreak as we go into election day. Right now, looks like the best case scenario for severe weather is going to remain out in Kansas. But of course, we will have a shot for a line of storms that could be strong to severe on election day. So we're still a week out on that. And then we have another system following it up with it right around the start of deer season. So, I mean, we're really changing up the cycling, guys. I mean, this is a huge change over what we've seen over the last couple months, storm system after storm system. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be making up on some of those drought conditions here over the next 10 to 14 days, and that's for sure. So a lot of people are very excited to hear that. We just don't need the severe weather. So let's take a look at, I know Kylie's in here now. Let's take a look. This is the forecast map for Tuesday and Wednesday. Remember, winds are going to be up to 50 miles per hour tomorrow. Non-thunderstorm winds, just regular straight line winds on Tuesday. And then Wednesday afternoon, evening, we just took a look at. Timing is still right there in the afternoon into the evening hours. Then we will see the chance for showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to severe. So this is what the forecast map looks like for Tuesday, Wednesday. We have a negatively tilted powerhouse low pressure system, a negative tilted low pressure system. Well, you can kind of draw a diagonal line from northeast to southwest, and that's how the storm system is tilted. And typically, these are associated with the stronger storms that have better lifting mechanisms within the storm system to allow thunderstorms, rain. These are typically associated with your stronger storm systems. So where you see the shaded area, there's going to be the greatest threat to see some thunderstorms in which some may be severe, strong to severe. Our main threats right now: strong straight line wind, damaging hail. We cannot rule out a tornado at this time. So there are going to be some ingredients there that could provide a focus to see one or two tornadoes within this shaded area. I have to remind you that just a shift of this low pressure system by 50 to 100 miles can make a huge difference. But the good news is I don't think we're going to escape the rainfall, in which we so desperately need. But the threat for thunderstorms could shift a little bit here over the next 36 to 48 hours. So that is how things are shaping up for Wednesday. And then as we go into next Monday and Tuesday, and remember, Tuesday will be election day. We also have another powerhouse storm system that's going to be coming across. And where you see that shaded area right now looks to be the best location to see a possible severe storm outbreak. So right now it has shifted just a little bit to the west over into Kansas, but it's definitely something we're going to be keeping a very close eye on here at the Weather Center over the next week. And of course, I will be providing multiple updates on these storm systems as we get just a little bit closer. But for now, we just want to kind of concentrate on Wednesday, as that is going to be our first weather aware day here at Storm Track Weather Center. Everybody needs to stay weather aware. And again, remember, tomorrow we're going to have winds that's going to be approaching 50 miles per hour out of the south, non-thunderstorm winds. So make sure if you have lawn furniture, trampolines, small dogs, make sure that you keep them folded up and put inside, because it's definitely can be moving around some. And a lot of these trees still have leaves on them. So a 55 mile an hour wind gust, we just saw this with our line of thunderstorms last Thursday. It can knock some branches down. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind. We maybe will see a few power outages, especially in the rural areas, tomorrow afternoon as these non-thunderstorm winds pick up. So kind of keep that in mind as well. Oh, Kylie, okay. Well, hey, best of luck with your surgery. We will make sure we keep you in our thoughts and prayers, and hope you get through this and recover and be back here in the live stream. So we'll definitely be keeping you in our thoughts and our prayers, Kylie. You bet, Haiti. So again, make sure you guys follow all of our social media platforms that we have. I give constant updates. I do my forecast and bus stop weather on TikTok every morning, right around 6:30. So if you're a big TikTok fan, I'm not a huge TikTok fan, but I still post on there, mainly for a lot of the young people, because that's all they utilize is TikTok. So if you have a TikTok account, make sure you follow Subby's Weather Talk on TikTok. We also have all of our YouTube pages. We have Subby's Weather Talk. We have Radford Media Group YouTube channels. We have 95.3 KDKD Facebook page, Subby's Weather Talk Facebook group. I mean, we're everywhere. We got Twitter, so Instagram. So plenty of avenues for you guys to make sure you have multiple ways to obtain warnings, watches, advisories. Hopefully here in about another week and a half, we're going to have a load of weather radios coming in here to 95.3 here at the radio station, in which we are giving away to all of West Central Missouri free of charge. So for next storm season. So very excited about that. And want to give a shout out to Truman Lake Foundation. Truman Lake Community Foundation. We applied for a grant and was able to get a hold of some funds to be able to bring those weather radios to West Central Missouri. So thank you guys very much for giving us that opportunity to be able to get those weather radios out to everybody. So again, hopefully another week and a half we'll have a bunch of weather radios for you guys to stop in and pick up here at the radio station. So very excited about that. Also, look right down here at the bottom of the screen along the scroll. We have 3 days left, guys. 3 days to jump over to mykdkd.com, click on a promotion tab, and enter Subby's first 1-inch snowfall contest. There is a multi-$1,000 prize package one person is going to be able to take home with them, courtesy of Ag Power, Integrity Floors, Green Street Markets, a fantastic prize package here, guys. So let's make sure you jump over there. 3 days left. Put the date on when you think I will go out and measure our first 1-inch snowfall. So, but before we get to snowfall, we got to get through storm season number 2 here in West Central Missouri. And I do think things are really going to ramp up, peak here over the next 10 days for severe weather. And then I think we're going to be switching more into that late fall, early winter pattern. And with the jet stream is hanging down south, we get back to highs in the 50s, low 60s type of scenario. And we're going to have a couple of cold fronts coming through with some highs in the 40s in November. So if you guys haven't, check out my blog. I did one last week on what November looks like here in West Central Missouri. So make sure you jump over there and take a look at that. I am going to want to jump back here real quick. So this is the Storm Prediction Center. This is day 3. Pretty unusual for the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma, to issue a risk assessment that far out in advance. It started yesterday with the day 4 slight risk, 15% chance of seeing severe thunderstorms within any given area in that yellow circle. So this is day 3, and they still have it up there encompassing all of West Central Missouri in that slight risk. And we will likely, as we go into tomorrow afternoon, see a enhanced risk of thunderstorms, the next color into the orange color here somewhere within this yellow circle. Right now, it is kind of looking like eastern Kansas right now, northeast Oklahoma. That's going to be kind of the biggest threat for, say, any tornadic supercells. And then as it all congeals into a line of storms moving to West Central Missouri, bringing us the biggest threat being strong straight line winds, large hail, and the possibility of a couple tornadoes. So that's the way it's shaping up right now. We're still 36, 48 hours out. So I will, kind of fine tune that here over the next day and make sure I get all that information out to you guys. And this here is new software that that I have gotten my hands on. This is very beneficial, especially with tropical systems. This is called Wind Alert Live, which there are locations throughout West Central Missouri and, of course, elsewhere, as you can see as well, with up to the minute wind gusts and wind speeds. So this is something going to be keeping a close eye on here over the next day and a half, where we could have some winds up to 35 miles per hour today and up to 50 miles per hour tomorrow. And these are not associated with thunderstorms. These are just strong straight line winds ahead of this big powerhouse storm system. So right now you can see anywhere between 7 to 15 miles per hour here in West Central Missouri. Winds coming out of the southeast. And as we go into the afternoon, we're going to see these go up quite a bit. We're going to have sustained winds, 15 to 18 mile an hour with wind gusts up to 35 today. Hi, Misty. Right now, looking like Wednesday afternoon into evening is going to be the prime time here in West Central Missouri for some stronger storms on Wednesday. Right now, the tornado risk is low, but it is there for Wednesday. So I am expecting a line of storms to move through West Central Missouri, bring torrential rains, strong straight line winds, maybe a couple of reports of hail. It's not going to be the most ideal conditions for hail, as the temperatures aloft are a little bit warm for large hail, but we could see some borderline severe hail out of this, and then a potential for maybe a couple spin up tornadoes along the leading edge of this line. So we're still 36, 48 hours out. So just a shift in that low pressure system can make a big difference to how severe these storms will get on Wednesday. So I will be doing plenty of updates as we get a little closer to Wednesday afternoon. I know how much you like those severe storms, Misty. Yeah, I think severe weather season number 2 is we're going to see it peak here over the next 10 days. We've got 2 storm systems that are going to be big weather producers. And Misty, if you just got in maybe a little bit late, let me show you for Wednesday what we're looking at. So we'll jump into this one more time. So we're going to have this big powerhouse storm system, this low pressure system, where you see the shaded area is right now looks to be the best place to see thunderstorms and the possibility of severe weather. And of course, as you see, that encompasses most of West Central Missouri, all of West Central Missouri for that matter, currently. Now, if you notice, if that low pressure system should happen to track just a little bit further north or a little bit further south, does have impacts on who gets this severe weather. So, but I think the rainfall is definitely going to be here in West Central Missouri. So that's a good thing. We just don't need the severe weather. And then the next storm system we'll be watching for is going to be right around Election Day. And it's going to be even a stronger low pressure system. And we're keeping a very close eye on that. I've been really kind of focusing on this storm here all day yesterday. I was looking at models all day long yesterday and data. This looked like to be a big problem here in the Midwest. Now, whether or not it affects our 8 counties here in West Central Missouri, right now we're in that zone. But with being a week out, things will change a little bit. But one thing looks like is pretty much certain is that there could be a severe storm outbreak right around election day, which is not good. We have enough to worry about with the election coming up, much less have to worry about the potential of seeing some strong storms that day as well. Is he driving or flying, Misty? Oh, he's flying. Okay, let's take a look at. So we know what the 500 millibar wind is going to be. That's 18,000. Let's look at the 700 millibar. That's a little bit higher up yet for Wednesday. Well, one thing you might want to tell them, Misty, you might want to take some Dramamine or something on the flight because they're gonna have some bumpy weather, bumpy ride into KCI on Wednesday. So going up, 18,000 to 25, 30,000 feet, about where the the big passenger planes where they kind of set their altitude. Man, it's going to be really windy up there, so probably going to be a lot of turbulence up there. So make sure if he gets motion sickness, any at all, make sure he takes a proactive step and maybe take a Dramamine or something to help ease his stomach because it looks like it's going to be a bumpy ride. All right, guys. Well, it's 7:05. Everybody's probably getting the kiddos up and heading to school and work this morning. So again, expect some windy conditions today. We're going to be going for a high in the upper 80s. Very, very warm. We can see wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour this afternoon. And tomorrow, another very warm day tomorrow, upper 80s. Very strong straight line winds tomorrow, non-thunderstorm associated. We'll have clear skies tomorrow. However, clouds are going to start to thicken up a little bit as we go throughout the day tomorrow, and wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour tomorrow. So please, no outdoor burning over the next few days. Let's get some moisture in the ground, let the wind die down a little bit, and then you can burn your trash, or if you have a brush pile you need to get burned off, you can do that at that time. And again, Wednesday, we're going to be keeping a close eye on the potential to see some thunderstorms. Some may be strong on Wednesday afternoon. Primary threats right now seem to be strong straight line winds. Maybe a few reports of a couple hailers out there up to quarters. And the tornado threat is low, but it is going to be out there. I think what we're going to be dealing with here in West Central Missouri, we're not going to be dealing with those big supercells. We're going to be dealing with a line of storms that's going to be coming through our area. bringing with it strong straight line winds, the possibility of hail, and maybe a couple spin up tornadoes along the leading edge of that line. So, but of course, I will be right here at the Weather Center. I'll be here through the entire event with you guys to keep you up to date on anything coming through West Central Missouri. So you can be sure of that. So that's what we've got going on this week right now, guys. So if anybody has any questions, feel free, shoot me a message. You guys know that I try to answer every question that somebody might have. I will continue to post updates on all of our social media platforms. Remember, if you do have a TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube account, I've got you covered. So just search under Subby's Weather Talk and you will find it on all the social media platforms. We have the Radford Media Group app. You can catch all of my live streams on that app and listen to 95.3. We've got multiple ways to be able to get information out to you guys, and that was one of one of my bucket list items, is try to get as many avenues as I can to get information out to everybody here in West Central Missouri, and we are definitely going on the right track with Subby's Weather Talk in combination with Radford Media Group 95.3, KDKD 104.9 to Biz. Thanks to Clay Radford. He knows how important it is to get weather information out to the community, because he is a strong proponent of community first. And that's why I'm very proud to be associated with Radford Media Group. They do a fantastic job keeping the community safe and keeping them informed of what's going on in and around the area. So, all right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Go ahead and get to work. Have a great day. Get the kids to school. I hope all the kiddos have a great day at school today. It's going to be a warm one, 88 degrees, 35 mile an hour wind gusts this afternoon. And I will be keeping everybody updated on potential for strong storms on Wednesday afternoon and the evening. Take care.